Mr. Olubiyi Olufemi, a certified trainer and anti-human trafficking expert, rose to the peak of his career in the Federal Public Service, retiring as a substantive director of intelligence, research, and program development with the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP. Before joining Nigeria's anti-human trafficking agency, Olubiyi had garnered professional experiences in both the public and the private sectors. In the year 1987, Olubiyi emerged the clerk of the Students' Parliament in Obafemi Awolowo University and also the president of the Movement for Social Justice the following year. As a youth corps member, he was a content writer with The Youth Weekly Magazine in Kano, public relations officer, CASAD Telecommunications in Kano, and social mobilization officer with Kano State, MAMSA. Olubiyi was the news editor of the National Verdict newspaper in 1991 before joining the Osun State Civil Service in 1992, where he served as the press secretary to 7 commissioners for education in Osun State between 1992 and 2001. After exiting the state civil service in 2001, Olubiyi was immediately appointed the press secretary, later speechwriter to the wife of the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria between 2001 and 2007. As a media aide in the entourage of the Vice President's wife, Olubiyi participated in a number of bilateral and multilateral meetings, which included but not limited to the following: a panel discussion in June 2003 at Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, on the theme Expanding Education Opportunities, the Challenges of Sustaining the Progress; an international conference on human trafficking and child labor at Dublin, Republic of Ireland, and Los Angeles, USA, in October 2003 and June 2004, respectively. A United Nations General Assembly session, Beijing +10 conference in New York, USA, and a panel discussion in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, on the global trend in human trafficking in March 2005. A prolific creative writer, Mr. Olubiyi authored over 75 feature articles on topical national and international issues in the opinion and editorial pages of several newspapers in Nigeria between 1984 and 1995. This is in the exception of the following titles he published: The Black Monday, a fiction literary text; The Agony in Poverty, a true life experience novel; Social and Health Implications of Human Trafficking in Nigeria, a field report submitted to the Department of Public Administration in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the award of Masters of Public Administration of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, April 2002, and The Trumpet Summons, Selected Speeches on Human Trafficking and Human Rights, 2005. Upon his engagement by NAPTIP in 2007, Olubiyi served in 2 key departments of the agency as a Chief Intelligence Officer, Lead Trainer, Program Developer, and a Researcher, thus bringing to bear his academic trainings as a holder of Masters in Public Administration and BA Honors degree in Philosophy from the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife.
The Research and Program Development Department was one of the departments created at the inception of this agency in August 2003, and is charged with the statutory responsibility of researching into factors that promote and encourage internal and external trafficking. And after that, we are to initiate program and policies to addressing this menace. That is as captured under Section 12.5 of the TPRI Act as amended in 2005 and as reenacted as TP Act in 2015. And also, as a department, it is our statutory responsibility to support the agency in the area of records, statistics, and planning. And of course, to do any other duties that are reasonably incidental to the attainment of the objectives and goals of the agency. We have two major divisions. We have a research division and program development division of the department.
With diploma certification by the International Institute of Journalism, Abuja, Mr. Olubiyi facilitated at a number of conferences and programs as a resource person, including a 2-day dissemination workshop on the national policy for protection and assistance to trafficked persons in Edo State, a 3-day sensitization workshop, town hall meeting of NAPTIP in Asaba and Kano between May and July 2011 respectively, sensitization community dialogue in Yala and in Kom communities of Cross River State from 16th to 20th April 2012, among several others. Also, Mr. Olubiyi was a guest papers presenter at the Executive Intelligence Management Course 5 of trainers at the Institute for Security Studies, Buhari, Abuja on 15th August 2012, and at the Senior Executive Course number 40, 2018 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies in Plateau State on 5th September 2018. Mr. Olubiyi rose through the ranks over the years in NAPTIP to become a substantive NAPTIP Director of Intelligence in charge of the Research and Program Development Department from February 2021, having headed the training and manpower development of the agency between 2017 and 2021 as the Director.
We have induction and orientation training. Induction and orientation training is meant for the new staff of the agency who are newly recruited, and they need to be trained. They need to know the nitty-gritty. They need to be abreast what we do as an agency, because it's not good to come to an organization and you don't know the vision statement, the mission statement, the core values of that organization. You'll not be able to go far. So immediately officers are recruited, we encourage them to be trained, and we also have a basic training. We have a professional training. We have specialized training. And we have what we call joint training. So our trainings are varied. They are ramified. And they are done in a way that it suits the purpose and it meets the direct needs of those officers concerned. And so far, since the inception of Training and Manpower Development Department, cumulatively all these basic and induction training, orientation, specialized and joint training, we have been able to train cumulatively 2,708 officers so far, and we are still counting.
As part of his professional development endeavors, Mr. Olubiyi at various times participated in the following seminars and workshops: a 2-day workshop on program design, monitoring, and evaluation for officers of research and program development, NAPTIP, in 2008 in Abuja. National workshop on enhancing organization performance through productivity improvement techniques, September 2016. Conference on combating illicit financial flows and enhancing asset recovery to foster sustainable development, in Abuja, 2017. Technical workshop for the development of an action plan for demobilization, the association, reintegration, and reconciliation in Nigeria, 2017. Training workshop on combating the scourge of human trafficking, February 2018. E-government capacity building program for CEOs and heads of MDAs, April 2018. In addition, he belongs to several professional bodies which include the following: Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, Nigeria Association of Public Administration and Management, and Nigeria Union of Journalists, among several others. As a senior director of NAPTIP, Mr. Olubiyi represented the agency and Nigeria in several international conferences on human trafficking issues, either for bilateral or multilateral dialogues on human trafficking issues. Some of the meetings included the following: as the sole representative of Nigeria at an international workshop on profiles of trafficking, patterns, populations, and policies in Haifa, Israel in May 2012. He also attended the Advanced Diploma Degree course in Law Enforcement Training at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, Glencoe, Georgia, USA between 18th and 30th March 2018. The 5th Global Trafficking on Human Beings and Smuggling of Migrants Conference, as well as expert group meeting in December 2017 at Doha, Qatar. Mr. Olubiyi was also a delegate to the bilateral security meeting on human trafficking with the government of Netherlands held in Hague, Netherlands in February 2017, as well as the 12th Joint Technical Committee JTC high-level meeting on irregular migration in June 2022 at Bern, Switzerland. Within the shores of the African continent, Mr. Olubiyi participated at the regional conference held in Dakar, Senegal, on trafficking in persons and smuggling of migrants in May 2022, and has been part of the Nigerian government's delegation on the bilateral talks with the Niger Republic on strengthening Niger-Nigeria cooperation on countering trafficking in human beings between 2021 and 2023. On the 4th of June 2023, Mr. Olubiyi Olushayo, having successfully completed a meritorious service and having reached the statutory retirement age, gracefully bows out of the public service. It goes without saying that Mr. Olubiyi's significant contributions to the giant strides in the fight against human trafficking in Nigeria cannot be forgotten in a hurry. His colleagues in NAPTIP, the international community of experts on human trafficking, and others who are well acquainted to him would surely find useful his cumulative experiences, brilliant ideas, unique skills, and uncommon expertise as he exits active service on this momentous day. Congratulations, Mr. Olubiyi Olushayo.